Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel again. And today I'm just getting ready to make some more dog treats for Jade. I give her a treat every time she goes outside and does her business, and her treat jar is almost empty. And as you guys know, I've recently started making her treats too. I make her own dog food, and I found some recipes online for making dog treats. So that's what I'm going to do today. And I thought you guys might be interested in seeing how I make the treats. So let me put the tripod down and I will get started on making Jade's treats. Now, once again, I went ahead and measured out everything to save time for the video. So let me tell you what we have. 1 cup of regular flour, 3 tablespoons of peanut butter. There's 2 in here and 1 in here. 1/2 cup of pumpkin puree. And I already said the flour, this is for, and 1 egg beaten, and I've already put it in there and beaten it. Now the recipe doesn't call for this, but I'm also adding 2/3 cup of blueberries because I know that those are good for dogs because I've seen them in other videos. So what the first thing you do is, it says to break the egg in the bowl and beat it, which I've already done that. Next you add the peanut butter, or not the peanut butter, but the pumpkin. So we're going to dump the pumpkin in here. It looks like after you get the eggs mixed up with the pumpkin. Then it says next to add the peanut butter. Here's what the batter looks like after you mix the peanut butter and pumpkin in with the egg. Mix it all up. Then it says next to add the flour in a little bit at a time. Mix well and use your hands if you need to. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put just a tiny little bit in there and mix it up. Here's what it looks like so far. And before I add the rest of the flour, I'm going to go ahead and dump my blueberries in. Now, I may have to add a little bit more flour since I did the blueberries in there, but that's okay because there's going to be flour added on to the cutting board too. So that may take up for a little bit of it also. I'm going to add just a tiny bit of this. Okay, here's what it looks like all mixed up. And now I'm going to put it on the cutting board. Now the first ones that I'm going to do, I'm going to use my cookie molds that I got at Walmart that have dog bones and little puppy paws on them. And the way I do when I'm using these, let me get this up there where you can see it. I just take like a little pinch of the dough and then I mash it down into the thing and work it. And if there's any extra on the top, I just have to pick it off and put it in another. It can stick out a little bit. It just makes a little bit bigger of a cookie. Biscuit, whatever you want to call it. Dog biscuit. They look when I mash them in there. Sometimes I get them in there flat, and sometimes they have like a little bump on them. But that'll be okay because she'll still have a good time when she comes to eat them. That's what I got them like when they're all done. They're not perfect, but the other side where the design is comes out okay. Then I have another mold in here. That's not a dog mold. It's just like biscuits. And I use that a lot for it too. This one's a lot easier to get together than the other one. It's pretty big. It's got a pretty big hole on it, so it's a lot easier to fill. Our little muffin things filled in. Some of them don't look like they're all the way to the edge, but they'll be okay. This dough does not expand. So like whatever I fill it up to, that's how full it's going to be when it's cooking. So I have to get it pretty much out all the way to the edge because it does not expand. Now I'm going to show you, try to get this off my fingers. They go in the oven at 350. If you want them to be soft, you cook them for 20 minutes. And if you want them to be crunchy, you cook them for 40. And I usually cook hers for 40 so that she's got that crunch. But I wanted to show you something that I discovered. Here's my cookie sheet, and I always cook them on parchment paper. And I've discovered, which I've rolled this sheet out a little bit bigger, but see how it curls up on the other end? Like that. See how it's rolling up? If you take it and go like this, scrunch it up and spread it out, it'll lay down flat for you. I actually cut off more on this one than I needed. Didn't need that much. And then you just put your cookie molds on here. I always cook these first, and while these are cooking, I roll the rest of the dough out and cut the cookies out. So I'm going to put these in there for 40 minutes. Try to get it over here where you can see it. Now, I really don't even have to roll it out. It's easier, really, if you just press it out with your hand. But I do have a rolling pin that I can roll it out with if I need to. Like I said, you can pound it out by hand too. You don't really have to. Now in here I've got all my cookie cutters, and I had forgot that I had this one here. This is a Hello Kitty one. I use that for a lot of hers. And then I found in my Christmas supplies, I had a Christmas tree one, and I also have a Santa Claus head, which that one makes a pretty big cookie. And then I have some of these heart-shaped ones too. So what I'm going to do, first I'm going to make her a Hello Kitty. And then I'm going to make her a Christmas tree. And then a heart. And the best way I found to do these is just get them all cut out on there, all the shapes. Out. You'll lift up all the extra dough and lay it aside so that you can crumble it up and roll it out again. So let me show you what I mean. You're going to pick the dough up from around your cookies. And some of it may stick and you might have to take your fingers like that, press it off. Looks like chocolate chip cookie dough, doesn't it? That's the blueberries that I put in there for her. I really should have doubled this recipe because she's going through these pretty fast, and this doesn't make a whole lot. You can lay that over there and just take all the excess off and lay your cookies that you got cut out, and then you go back after you get these all done. You just take your dough that you had left over and mush it together, put some flour on it, and roll it out again. So what I'm going to do while those are baking, I'm going to go ahead and finish cutting these out, and then when I get some done, I'll come back and show you how they look. I won't be able to taste test these because they're Jades. Maybe I can get Jade in here to taste test for you. I want to show you all I have them all cut out now. This was the last little bit of dough I had. It was too small for a cookie cutter, so I just shaped it round. I'm going to bake it like that. But I've got hearts and kitty cats, Christmas trees, and those will be baked at 40 minutes also because I like them to be crunchy. Okay, the silicone molds that come out, this is what they look like. I'm going to dump it out in the thing. You can see they come out real easy. See what they look like? That was the timer. Little doggy paws and little doggy bones. Two little bones. And that'll get washed. And then this one here, this is the muffin ones. They come out easy also. See what they look like? Little tiny muffins. They got the little creases on the edges. See, like little cupcakey things. See how cute they look? Then put these over here. Let them cool. I'm going to show you. I'm going to try to get all these cookies on here that are cut out. This is the one that I made left out of it. Okay, now I'm going to try to lift this up and show you. Here's the rest of them. I got them all laid out on the cookie sheet. They all fit. And I'm going to put them in the oven the same as I did the dog biscuit ones. They're going to go for 40 minutes so that they can be extra crunchy too. Okay, I'm back now with the last batch of cookies. Let me try to hold them up there for you to see. Now, sometimes when you have the bigger ones and you're cooking them with these smaller ones, they get a little bit overdone. As you can see, these are a little darker than they really need to be. So it's really better if you cut everything the same size. Like all these small cookies, I could have put them all on a pan by themselves and probably just cooked them 30 minutes and they wouldn't have got that dark. But that's how they turned out. And so I'm going to see if Jade wants to taste test one so you can see if she likes them. I'm going to get her in here and see if she wants to taste test one for you. Jade, come in here and get one of these cookies. See if you like it. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come here. Come on. Got a special treat for you. Come on, girl. She's not wanting to come in here. Come on. Here she comes. You want to try this? Now, I've never made them for her before with blueberries, so I don't know how she's going to react to it. Do you want to take that cookie? Well, I guess she likes it. I think what she's probably going to do, she's probably going to take it in there and bury it in her chair for later. So anyway, here they are. That's what they look like. Like I said, I should have doubled that batch because she goes through these really fast. But that's how many that one batch makes. So thanks for coming back and visiting with us again. I hope you enjoyed watching me make Jade's treats. Thumbs up. And y'all come back and see us any old time. Bye for this one.